This is the unfamiliar face of Shin Wang. Though a recognizable star in her native Taiwan, she has never before achieved her dream of appearing on American television in a WPBA Classic Tour event, symbolic of success against the world's greatest player. Today, she'll have a chance to move even deeper into uncharted territory, but to do that, she'll have to kick it up a notch against Irish Julie Kelly, a tour-tested veteran who shocked the planet's 9-ball establishment when she won the 2000 World 9-Ball Championship as a qualifier. She's been one of the tour's most consistent performers, but now yearns for another tournament title. Only one of them will taste victory and move on as the WPBA Classic Tour comes to Canada. From Casino Windsor in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, it's semi-final action in the Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic presented by the American Pool Players Association. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Canada. Inside the Casino Windsor, obviously an excited crowd here. I'm Mitch Lawrence. Thrilled to be here as always. We're going to have a fantastic matchup for you today, a very interesting matchup, all the way from Taipei in Taiwan, now living, ladies and gentlemen, in Vancouver, Canada. That's right, Shin Wang. And Shin, let me ask you, this is your first time on American television. How do you feel? You got to be excited.
I am excited, and I'm so happy to be here, and a little bit nervous.
That's okay. Nerves are good. We're looking for a great match. Have fun. We're glad you're here. And now I'm going to throw it over to my broadcast partner who will be talking to Julie Kelly. Take it away, Black Widow, Jeanette Lee.
Hey, Julie. Hi, guys. You know what, Julie? The last time you won a tournament, it was at the World Championships in Canada. I'm wondering, what are you going to do? You've been there, right there, close. You want to win the tournament. I know that there's no one hungrier. What's going to happen here tonight?
Well, I'm hopefully going to win, and Canada has been a very good place for me considering I won my World Championships here. But it's still not as good as Ireland, but it's a pretty good place. Thank you.
As I mentioned, semi-final action here in Canada. The winner of this matchup between Julie Kelly and Shin Wang will meet Karen Kaur, ranked number 2 in the world. The winner of that match, how many times have I said this in the past, will meet Allison Fisher in the finals, waiting undefeated. Another fantastic week for Allison, and both of these players would like nothing more than to get a shot at the number 1 player in the world. Here's Irish Julie Kelly at the table, about ready to break in the opening rack, and there, seated, waiting will be Shin Wang, and she is understandably a little bit nervous here, Jeanette. Her first time on American TV. This is a tremendous, tremendous player that people are going to get to see today.
Yeah, she's been really making her presence known this year. I've noticed an improvement in her game that I think that she's just practicing more, but also once you have a top finish, your confidence just grows so quickly.
What's this opening table look like for Julie?
Looks like she has a clear shot on the 1 ball. The thing is, she's got to get around this ball in order to get position on the 2 ball. And she's got to be on this side so that she can come here for the 3. Let's see what she does. Ooh.
I was going to say these shots so important early on at the opening of a match, a little bit of nervousness under the TV lights, and you see a quickly striding Shin Wang coming to the table, and this is one way to take care of those opening nerves. Just get out here and do it, Jeanette. You've experienced it yourself, though it's been a while that you've been out. You know what it's like to play under these conditions. Anything that she can do here to help herself?
Well, right now she's just got to slow herself down a little bit. She's got a fairly fast pace. This is a touchy shot. She's got to get between the 8 and the 4 ball. And she hit it well. She's too close to the rail. She's not as close as she wants to, but she does have a little bit of an angle. So all she's got to do is get this a pure stroke. And this is, the first rack is very important, what kind of statement you're going to make. Julie was a little jacked up on the ball, but she should have made that shot.
And a long, tough shot there on the 2. And you see her moving her hand around. Could take them a little while to just get settled here. This is a big moment for Shin Wang. She'll realize as she stays here a little bit at the table that she can settle down and just play. Julie Kelly's been here a few times before. She will have a shot now at the 2, the 2000 world champion, and what a statement that was by Julie Kelly. Nobody expected it, except maybe Julie Kelly. She's a very, very confident player. Works hard at her game. You know that, Jeanette.
Right. She's gotten well on the 3-ball. It looks like that she wants to shoot the 3-ball here. If it's straight enough, she's going to follow right over here. And she does not want to be straight in on that 4-ball, because once you're straight in, you can only go forward or backward. She was more comfortable punching it over. She must have had more angle.
And as we see Julie chalking up, I want to quickly give you this terrific playing equipment that the players will be using. There you see a beautiful Metro table by Brunswick Billiards, Centennial balls by Brunswick Billiards, the Brunswick Big Break rack, and Simonis 860 cloth on the table, and another miss for Julie Kelly early on. And these are big chances right now for Xin Wang.
They're both going to have to settle down a little bit. I see them both, they're a little faster than when I see them playing their best pool. Julie Kelly and Xin both have a fairly quick pace, but when I've seen them play great, they take their time to picture the shot. You can't just go down and shoot the ball. You have to picture the ball going in and feel the speed.
And I think that's a great point you make. When I talked to Xin Wang last night after she won her match to get into the TV rounds, and I asked her about her style, she said she's a very deliberate player. And so what you're saying is true. The more she lets the nerves affect her and the quicker she gets, that'll take her out of that deliberate rhythm. As she looks at this shot, there is a 30-second shot clock on the players, part of this Canadian Classic format, a race to 7, alternating break, 30-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack, and it will be cue ball fouls only.
I don't know that I like this. Okay, she made it. I think she's jacked up there. The 8-ball is blocking a very clear level stroke, I think. Let's see. And she's going to have to stretch.
Goes for the bridge. 6 was gone on the break, so 3 balls left on the table for Xin Wang to take a 1-rack lead.
This is a very, very difficult shot, and the reason why is when you are, she's going to have to elevate the back of her cue stick, and when you're really shooting down the ball, any kind of spin that you might have, side spin, it's really multiplied. So it increases your margin of error tenfold. She's going to have to try to keep as level cue as possible while still pocketing the ball. It was a very difficult shot. She made a good try.
So both players with chances in this opening rack. And now Julie Kelly coming to the table. And this table looking a whole lot easier than it did last time she was here. See if she can take care of business. And that's another thing, Jeanette. In this alternating break format, you really want to take care of your own break.
Yes.
Try to keep it.
That's right. You know what?
It's
There's something
easier.
about her, what can you say? She's settled down already. I can tell. I can tell just by the way that she stood over that ball. Now she's approaching. Now she's looking. She's ready. She's gotten it together very quickly.
Good stroke there. And this 9 for a 1-rack lead.
See her now? See how much time she's taken?
Yes.
She's ready.
And you see a different look in her eye than she had early on. Jeanette says, Julie Kelly bearing down. She has been here before and takes care of her own business in rack number 1 here in Canada. The Q-Tech Cues Canadian Classic is brought to you by Q-Tech Cues, serious cues for serious players. By the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league. And by Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action. You're watching the Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic. Inside Casino Windsor in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Julie Kelly and Xin Wang going at it in this semifinal matchup. Julie Kelly with a 2-rack lead. Here's how she got there. In rack number 2, after a long safety battle, Julie Kelly finally got to the table, and that 9 puts her up 2-0 against Xin Wang. Julie Kelly, originally from Ireland, and to be exact, Kilpierce, Enniscorthy, County Wexford in Ireland. I had to say that, Jeanette should get me. I couldn't get it out. She said it's too long a place to come from. But here is Julie Kelly, now living in Feasterville, Pennsylvania.
That ball,
look at that
yeah,
ball.
that was a nice little kick there. She would have liked to be on the opposite side of the one ball. She's got a little bit of an angle here. She's got a little bit of an angle. She's got a couple of options coming. Well, no, you don't want to do that. She's got to get on this side of the 2 ball. If she can, depending on how close she is to that ball.
That's exactly what Jeanette was talking about. Try to force that ball, a cue ball around and have some kind of shape on the tee. Look at that roll, though.
Yeah, she overcut it here a little bit too thin.
And you know what?
She doesn't look so nervous anymore.
I was just going to
does she?
say, that was a whole different way she walked to the table right there. Really interesting. Let's see if she can execute this jump shot. She has had an absolutely fantastic run through the best players in the world this week here in Canada to get to this point. And we have seen her make some phenomenal shots. See if she can come out with another one here.
This takes a quick pop stroke. There you go. Ooh, just barely missed it. Still, she left Julie a tough shot.
I mentioned Xin Wang's run through the field. Julie Kelly didn't have too bad a week either, beating talented players left and right. Kim White, Sarah Ellerby, then losing to Karen Kaur, jumping over to the one-loss bracket, coming back to beat former world champion Gerda Hofstetter, Romana Dakovic, and then number 5, Vivian Villarreal, to get to the TV matches. As you see Julie miss again on the 1.
That was a tough shot. Now, if she can elevate, she can get a little aggressive here, because when the safety is as difficult as the shot, I'm going to go for the shot. Right. Now, she can make this ball here and elevate, bring the cue ball back. That's what low, left-hand English, and swing the cue ball back to where it is right now. Ooh, she hit it too thin.
And right now, you've got to say that it's kind of about rolls.
Yeah.
When you're missing like this, it's really a question of where the balls are going to wind up, Jeanette, and what kind of shot you're going to have next. And right now in this rack, Julie Kelly will indeed have a shot on the 1.
She not only has a shot on the 1, but she has enough angle to punch the cue ball back down the table to come down back here for the 2 ball. Oh. Well, we do have different styles of play.
See, that's what it's all about, and that is, I was just thinking that there are options. Players have preferences.
And I think she can see the ball, and this is great.
Pocket speed there on the 2.
All right. Way to go, Julie.
Some angle here on the 3, Jeanette. Get up table for the 5.
Right. Just gonna punch it a little bit.
You see some of that focus and concentration. She get up far enough, Jeanette?
Yeah, she can make this shot. She would have liked to hit it a little bit harder.
Good look there. Watch out.
We love this shot. This is this is where I want to be. Nice low left English, pocket the 8 ball, bring the cue ball around 2 rails 1, 2 rails, come down for the 9 ball. She hit it a lot thicker than. See, that's where I think she needed to go over and look and see where she wanted to hit that in, instead of just
take another look at it.
right. Take another look at it. I'm a fast shooter. If you're a fast shooter, that's okay, but take the time to look at the shot.
This would be for a 3-rack lead for Julie Kelly. Yes.
She almost missed that shot.
I know, and she's got to be thinking to herself, okay, haven't been playing as well as I would like to, but she's up 3-0 against Xin Wang here in Canada. We have had an absolutely fabulous week here at Casino Windsor. Great gaming, superior service, world-class entertainment, all leading to a 4th consecutive year of receiving the prestigious AAA 4-Diamond Award. Casino Windsor is definitely more of what you're looking for. And now let's take a look at some of our other top finishers brought to you courtesy of the American Pool Players Association. There you see a terrific finish, the best ever for her, Jennifer Beretta of New York in 6th place. Also having a terrific week, former national and world title holder Gerda Hofstetter.
But I did have a pretty good week. It was a little shorter than expected, but my performance in some matches was really promising. I had a good win over Kim Ga-young 9-8, and then a tough loss to Julie Kelly 9-8 again, where I scratched on the hill. But I can't wait for the next one.
Back inside Casino Windsor, a beautiful, beautiful spot here in Canada, right across the Detroit River from Detroit, Michigan. Fantastic hospitality here at Casino Windsor all week. And a lot of very, very supportive fans from both sides of the border. Mitch Lawrence and Jeanette Lee bringing you the action here at the Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic. And Xin Wang needs to make something happen now. Down 0-3 in a race to 7 against Julie Kelly to move on in this semifinal matchup. Let's see if she can get something to drop, and she does not, Jeanette.
No, she has to make a ball when she breaks the balls. That also makes a big difference between the other players, is whether or not you make balls on the break. If you don't make balls on the break, you're sitting down. Right now, it looks like they're both playing fair, not really up to their best game. They're both missing the same. Julie's been getting a few more rolls. But this game is not just about talent. It's not just about fundamentals, and it's not just about your mind. You've got to have a balance of both. Right now, they both mentally look more comfortable, both of them. But you can't just go by feeling good and by having heart, because they both have heart. They have to do the work. Both of them have to start looking at the angles more, walking around, seeing the ball into the pocket, picturing the speed. I want to see them work a little bit harder. You can't go on just talent.
Julie Kelly.
Or I'd win them all. Sorry.
You had to, didn't you? You just.
Well, they do work hard. Allison and Karen, that's one of my big curses. Ooh, nice.
Broke that 2 away from 9 a little bit.
She's in a good spot here. She's again, over the 5 ball. She's got to be careful. You see how she's elevating, and when you elevate the back of your cue, you want to hit as close to center as possible. You want to try not to use any English. She's going to cut this ball, and she doesn't want to hit it too hard. Oh, see, this is the problem with this. Look at her cue ball. She hit that ball way too hard. All she had to do was feather it in. Not only that, but when you hit it harder, you increase your margin of error. So all she had to do was just tap that ball in. That's just a little bit of nerves. She's cueing it like she can. No, she can't. Well, if she can see it, she's too straight. She. Oh!
How is that?
She's wanting to win.
Talk about a confidence boost right there. That has
Yeah.
to make you feel good.
Maybe Julie Kelly.
And one thing about this game is that you may have certain results, but then you just have to move on. If you face with a long, tough shot, you do what Julie Kelly did. Just come with it right there.
Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem. You want to make sure you don't hit that too hard.
Wow.
That was a.
Wow.
I didn't want to talk when you were talking, but that's what I was thinking. This is funnier than it looks because you have to come short of the 7 and not hit it hard enough to scratch. Now she's good. She's out.
Nothing has been easy in the first 4 racks for either of these players. Julie might be leading 3-0 and on the verge of 4-0, but it's not been a cakewalk here in Canada.
I think she would have liked to either be straight or have more angle. She's going to have to punch it a little bit and then throw her cue ball back. Oh, split the wick right there.
It was a good solid stroke. We saw Xin Wang. The hard thing, Jeanette, and I was going to say this before, is she was so excited when she won the match to get into TV. She was running around. She went to call her family back in Taiwan. She was so happy. And when you get here, you want to play the way you know you can play. Now, it takes playing a number of times to get comfortable. But I guarantee you, Xin Wang is just itching to be in a place where she can show some of the game that got her here. Julie Kelly doing her best to keep Xin Wang from doing that. She wants nothing more than to make this 9 and take a 4-rack lead. And in a race to 7, it's getting tighter and tighter for Xin Wang. Julie Kelly now up by 4. And here we have, as always, 2 of the wonderful official products of the WPBA Classic Tour, Centennial Balls and the Big Break Rack, both by Brunswick Billiards. A look at the beautiful Metro table by Brunswick Billiards being used here in Canada. We thank them for their sponsorship. As Julie Kelly walks to the table, and she has to be feeling pretty good right about now, has not played her best pool, but she leads by 4 racks, 4-0 over Xin Wang. You're in a race to 7 to get into the next semifinal and a crack at number 2, Karen Kaur, the defending champion here in Canada. Mitch Lawrence and Jeanette Lee. And let's see where that one winds up. Yours past.
Yeah, she's got it. She got rewarded for a good solid break. She held her cue ball in the middle of the table pretty much, and now all she's got to do is pocket this 1 ball. Let's see, where's the 3 ball? There. Oh, she pocketed the 3 ball, so now she's got this 4 here. Funny situation. Well, if this can clear past the 6 ball, then all she's got to do is actually just bring the cue ball here, wanting to stay above the 4. She might be doing that now, just seeing if it clears.
It's going to be interesting. It looks like it might clear, but certainly cuts that pocket off by a few inches.
Yeah, she picked up some right-hand English there that she didn't want to. She stayed above the 4 ball. I'm wondering if it'd be crazy for her to shoot it as 4-9 combination. Maybe she's playing safety. No, she could be.
We'll
she could be
see.
just. She could be. Oh, she was going for. Ooh, a
six.
nice little kiss. All right.
So that's how to take care of that little issue down there. 4.
Just move it out of the way. What was I thinking? All right, she's good now. Just hold the ball just a little bit below center. Make the 5. Hold your cue ball just short of the side pocket. A little bit below center. Perfect. Oh, just short of the side pocket. Good job.
Very nice. This is the last thing that Shin Wang wants to happen. Julie Kelly with a 4-rack lead and staying at the table. You'll notice you have not seen Shin Wang for much of this match.
Well, and Julie made 3 balls on the break. Shin has made none.
Big, big difference.
Oh.
Wants it to stop.
Okay. By the way, you guys know that she could have followed the cue ball down for the 7 ball, but she would have been too straight and it would have been tough to get position on the 8 ball. That's why she had to draw her cue ball back to make sure she had an angle on the 7 to get up for the 8. She's going to shoot the 8 and the 9.
And you saw a very, very determined look on Julie Kelly's face, really starting to narrow in and get the kind of focus you need to have under these conditions of TV lights and people and the excitement of trying to reach another step closer to a title, which has eluded Julie Kelly, other than one of the biggest in the sport, the 2000 World Championship that she won in Quebec in Canada in 2000. She would like to keep her streak going here in Canada. Julie Kelly with 5 racks in a row now and a commanding lead over Shin Wang. You're watching the Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action. It's going to stay up and then just drops at the last second in a relieved Shin Wang saying today is a tough day. And it has been so far. But she, as I said, is on the board against Julie Kelly. 1-5 now. And Julie Kelly will have the break. As she comes to the table, looking for a spot in semifinal number 2 against number 2 ranked Karen Kaur, the defending champion here at the Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic, presented by the American Pool Players Association. Irish Julie Kelly wants to extend her lead and get on the hill if she can right here.
Julie lost her cue ball a little bit. She generally has a very, very good break. She made a ball on the break. So far she's been breaking well, pocketing well, and getting the roll. So it looks pretty good. She's got a shot on the 1 ball. Pretty long shot. Yeah, it's funny. There is a possibility to come here, but you've got to be so careful. You've got to get right here to pocket this ball and come back over here. Super difficult shot. I'm not even sure that she's going to go for it, but she might just chip it. Bank the 1 ball down to the end rail if she can hit it thin enough. No, she was going for it.
That's the 3, and that's what you were saying. It's just tough to get back.
Yeah, she hit it too firm, and it just squirted out before any topspin could take. Otherwise, she was able to miss that ball. That's why she went for it.
Now looking at the 2, everything clustered at that end of the table.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she's going to like the outcome here. This is where you're leaving it up to the rolls. Wow.
That is a beautiful, beautiful shot.
Well deserved. That was a great shot.
And she hangs her on the table checking her handiwork.
And I believe she played that. The speed was such that the cue ball was going to stay down there and move the 2 ball, split the distance.
And one of the good things, Jeanette, about having that cluster of balls down at that end of the table, it's got to increase your chances of leaving the cue ball somewhere down there that's going to make it tough for Shin Wang.
Extension.
Takes her extension. We are going to see a lot more of Xin Wang. No matter what happens in this matchup with Julie Kelly, I know you know this. You can feel when players have the talent to really play, and she can. I saw her make some really unbelievable shots in earlier matches before this.
Right, and you can even tell right now, she may not be that comfortable, but she doesn't look scared at all. She's ready to win. She's just got to settle herself down and be ready to do the work. The problem with this jump shot is even if she makes it, she could possibly scratch in the other corner pocket. There's not really a benefit there because even if she makes the ball, that doesn't mean she's going to have any position on the 3 ball. And she gave a chance of giving up ball in hand.
So Julie Kelly rewarded with a terrific safety.
When you go for a jump shot, you've got to know that there's going to be a reward. Otherwise, why do it? Kick at the ball, try to split the distance. But if you're going to go for a shot, there has to be a reward for it.
All part of the learning process for Xin Wang, who has had a phenomenal week, as I was saying before, in this run, and also a couple of great tournaments back-to-back, 4th at the BCA Open, 13th at the Midwest Classic in Peoria. So she's had a couple of good runs. This will guarantee her at least a 4th place finish and match her highest finish on the WPBA Tour. Julie Kelly at the table finished 3rd at the BCA Open. So she's been knocking on the door a little bit too. And Jeanette, you know this. That's the only way you put yourself in a position to take titles is to keep moving through and finishing higher and getting comfortable being there.
That's right. You just do it over and over again. Yeah, Julie looks good. She's going to tap this 5 ball in. Keep herself natural. A lot of simple shots right there. This is a great position to be in right now for Julie Kelly.
You're up 5-1. I was saying before, and this will give me a chance to finish this because I thought it was such a statement about how much she wanted this. It may sound strange to those of us in America who are unfamiliar with these ways, but Julie Kelly was a shepherd while she was playing snooker. And when she she had to make a decision of, do I want to come to America and play 9-ball? She desperately wanted to do that. And it forced her to say goodbye to her flock. Now that sounds strange, but she had 100 sheep, and she told me that she knew the names of every one of them. That's how close she felt to them. And to say goodbye, she said, the place she grew up in Wexford, she said, we were in mourning for 6 months when I left and had to give those sheep away to somebody else. They take it very seriously, and it was an unbelievable commitment on Julie's part to say, I'm going to give up something that I love dearly to pursue the world of 9-ball.
You know, I really believe that. I can even see her crying or being really upset because she is a very passionate and loving person. She's I just think the world of her. And she just works so hard. She's very, very good friends with Karen Kaur. And I know that, you know, one of my friends was talking about how she was sitting next to Julie Kelly about Karen Kaur doing playing a safety. And Julie Kelly said, oh, she's good at that. And she said, I followed her around for 2 years and all I did she said, I followed her around for the first 2 years, all I did was kick. You know, but that says something. I mean, who else sticks around for 2 years and kicks the balls, you know?
That is the kind of commitment.
But she wants to get better.
And there you go. On the hill is Julie Kelly now, 6-1 over Xin Wang here in Canada, closer to moving into the next semifinal.
Game 7 goes to Miss Kelly. She leads 6 games to 1, leads 1 game.
A crowded scene inside Casino Windsor here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Semi-final action in the QTech Q's Canadian Classic, presented by the American Pool Players Association. And all these fans have been out all week supporting the WPBA Classic Tour as it comes across the border into Canada. And this match, I think, shows the incredible international nature of the women's game. You've got Xin Wang at the table from Taiwan originally, now living in Canada. You've got Julie Kelly from Ireland, now living in Pennsylvania. And both of them here in Canada playing in the WPBA Classic Tour. It's a great statement about the game. Xin Wang will have a chance at the table here, Jeanette. But
she's finally making balls on the break, but boy, I'll tell you what, she's hoping, I hope she can actually see the one ball, even if she can just see enough of it to stick the cue ball right here and bank the one ball down table and just let the cue ball stay right behind that 8 ball. That'd be great. No, she can't. She's just going to bank it. Oh. She didn't want to hit that 8 ball. She just wanted to bank that one ball at table, leave the cue ball down by that end of the table. I think she's going to play safety here. Be nice if she could get the cue ball down below the 6 ball. Just bank the one ball down table. Well, it looks like she's going to go to the other side. Be careful of the side pocket.
Whoa.
You know, that's a, it's, well, she got it jacked up, so that's good, but.
Hard to imagine why she would flirt
yeah,
with that
yeah,
even.
yeah.
That's the shot Julie Kelly saw and played it.
And still left her a very tough shot. It's makeable. She can make the one ball here. And just, she's going to have to hit it softly to get position on the 2 ball, because that's the only place it really goes. And it's, you know, she's jacked up over the 3 ball.
Extension.
She's got to just roll it. She just called an extension, asking for more time. And she's kind of got to keep that in mind, because she might need an extension on the 2 ball.
She doesn't have it now.
You know what? I think I might play safety here. Bank the 1 ball back down by the 4 and let the cue ball go to the left of the 1 and back down behind the 6. Just because it is that. Oh!
What a nice stroke that was.
That was a fantastic shot. And I think she was, yeah, she doesn't seem too bothered. It looks like she's going to come down and see. Look, she's looking at where.
This is the way we saw her all week.
Yeah.
And we've been
Taking
talking
the
about,
time.
yep, and frustrated, just making a really nice stroke, taking care of what she had to do, and then coming and looking at the next shot.
Boy, she doesn't look like she has a lot of angle.
God.
And that one bothered her. That's when she really thought, I don't even think she thought about not making that at all, Jeanette.
No, but it sure looked straight. She was trying to create an angle, what we call rob the pocket. The pocket fits about 1.5 balls. So she was trying to, oh, she's not happy now. But she did get, you know, one of her few rolls there by not leaving her shot. Pretty easy jump shot. The problem is after you make the 2, the 3 ball's on the other side of the 5, right? So she may just play a kick, but.
See, that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, Shin Wong's going to have a shot here.
Yep, she's got a shot on the 2 ball, and she moved the 5 so that a 3-5 combination is now possible, or a sharp cut right up where she's looking. A sharp cut on the 3. Looks like she can actually shoot this ball here. Maybe bring the cue ball up here. Good. Now she's just going to have to come with this shot, period. What do you got, Shin?
These are the kind of shots, you know, she's down 6-1, so you're saying to yourself, well, she's out of it. But for future games and future matches, I'm not saying it's over, but these are the kind of shots that are going to become important, that give you confidence later on when you get back to this position.
I told her, Julie's playing well, she's breaking well, she's getting the rolls. If she intends to win this match from here, she's going to have to earn it. A nice little kiss doesn't hurt either.
And that's what I'm talking about. We saw that all week long. I know she enjoyed that one. Inside, she probably went, finally.
Yeah, but it could have helped her a little more. She's pretty straight on the ball, which means that you don't want to draw back into the pocket. You don't want to end up down the rail, but she doesn't have a whole lot of options. She could maybe punch it and create an angle. Nope, she decided not to. Not take the chance. She's going to go for the long shot. She's picturing the shot now. That's what, see that approach? She's stepping into the shot. Pretty straight. Ooh, nerves of steel. That was a fantastic shot. To roll it like that, you know what I mean?
Say, full length of the table.
All right, now here, all she's got to do is focus on making the 6 ball. It's a natural shot. She can hit it with center or high English. She's going to make this 6 ball here. The cue ball is going to naturally come here. All she's got to do is just make the ball. Don't think about anything else. There's no scratch as long as she makes this ball. She's got to make the ball, though. She made the ball.
Wow. She's shaking her head. She'll take it.
Well, I did say that's all she's got to do.
That was a good call because you didn't call which pocket.
No, just make the ball. Doesn't matter where.
And there you see it. Now with the bridge, and 2 balls left for her second rack. There's the first one. She's a very, very fun person to be around. Really loves the fact that she's out here competing. Really good attitude and a great work ethic. And she gets rack number 2 on the board against Julie Kelly, who's trying to close it out here in Canada.
Yeah,
The Q-Tech Q's Canadian Classic is brought to you by Casino Windsor. More of what you're looking for. By Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by Q-Tech Q's, serious cues for serious players. Tandem, the WPBA Classic Tour and Brunswick Billiards. Table of the WPBA Classic Tour, and Julie Kelly now 1 rack away from moving on into the next semifinal against Karen Kaur, who waits there. A solid break by Julie.
Yes.
2 ball moving, Jeanette.
Get out of the way,
Up.
3 ball. No. That's unfortunate. Again, notice how many times that if your cue ball was just in the middle of the table, you would have had a shot on the 1. But still, I like this. This is a very, believe it or not, I would actually hit this ball, bring the cue ball to the rail.
And Julie's going to take some time with this one. Important early in this rack to have a plan.
Perfect. Leave the cue ball down here, kick that ball away. Ooh, she wanted to hit more of the 1 ball than that. She hit it a little bit too thin. She needed more English. But that was the correct shot.
She knew what she wanted to do. A little bit off in the execution, and now Xin Wang at the table with ball in hand on the 1. A couple of balls made by Julie Kelly on the break. So we'll see what she can do. We have seen all these players, and you know this, Jeanette, come back from seemingly impossible odds. Tough to do in an alternating break format, but I wouldn't put it past Xin Wang.
She wanted to come over a little bit more. She's still okay. She does not want to be on that rail.
It's off just a hair.
Ideally,
Taking her time and looking around. Sorry, Jeanette.
yeah, the 4 ball can go in either pocket. She's actually jacked up a little bit. I think that she's going to try to punch it, but you have to be careful because the ball can What I was going to say is when you elevate the back of your cue stick and hit high, close to a rail like that, the balls could have flown off the table. So
Came close to doing
you always
that.
you always have to temper it. You know, you want to pop it, but not too much.
Wow. See what Julie Kelly can do with this.
Yeah, this is, this is either option. She can play safety, or she can pocket the 3 ball in the side pocket and just let the cue ball roll up for the 4.
Such a tough angle.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. That, she looks pleased.
Now all she's got to do, she wants to hit about half a ball and just separate the 2. Let the 3 ball get on the other side of the table. She's trying to bank this 3 ball here and let the cue ball come over here and let these balls block them from seeing each other. Just nice roll the ball. Great shot. Ooh, she got a field goal. She got right between them. Now again, Julie's got the same option. She can either go for the bank on the 3 ball. She can either pocket this ball here and let the cue ball come over here, or she can bank the 3 ball here and let the cue ball float behind the 9. Again, this part is a matter of preference. I don't know about that
Well, it's one of those windows you were talking about.
one. Yeah, but the
Between the 5 and
problem,
the 6.
the problem is that it was, she can actually make this 9 ball from here. She can actually come here, use English, kick the 3 ball away, and then off the 3, pocket the 9 in that corner pocket. And even if she doesn't, she can just kick the 3 ball away. And
There it is.
oh no, that's
Watch
that's no good. She hit that very close. She started to
And very
again.
quickly, too.
Yeah.
Kind of shot. She did look at it for a second, but then just went after it quickly. And let's see if Julie Kelly can wrap this up now. She would like nothing more to put an end to this match. Up 6-2. Does not want to get careless here.
Boy, one tough shot after another.
Saw some touch there. Julie absolutely shocked the world of championship 9 ball in 2000 when, as a qualifier in Quebec, went on to win the world championship. The only player in the history of the world championships to ever come from being a qualifier and win. Boy, look at how stretched out she is there. Wow.
She wanted to be above the 7 ball. She's just going to have to roll it forward and take the cut on the 9.
That's exactly what she's going to do. And 1 ball left between Julie Kelly and a date with Karen Corr, the number 2 ranked player in the world, in the next semifinal. Let's see if she can do it. Yes.
Hubba hubba.
And you saw her pump her fist. Very, very happy to move on. A bow from Xin Wang. Great display from her and a fantastic week for Xin Wang. Disappointed now, but I guarantee you she will be happy about this tournament, learn some, and she will be back again.
Joining me in an additional great round of applause for a 4th place finish, fine tournament from Ms. Shen Wang. All right, again,
Q. She did not have many of them in this particular matchup, but Shin Wong at the table, down by 5 racks. And in rack 6, with this 9-ball left, this was what happened as Shin Wong stays down, nervously watches this ball just hold for a second and then fall in. And Shin Wong, as I said, will be back. We want to congratulate her on a great week. Congratulations to Julie Kelly, who moves on now against Karen Kaur. The winner of that match will meet Allison Fisher, waiting in the finals. One of these 3 players will be your champion of the Q-Tech Q's